I am a good mother. Jamie is my life. He is my only child and no one can question the love that I have for him. He's amazing. Have you seen him? He has the most beautiful blonde hair. So blonde that if the sun hits it at just the right time of day, he almost looks like an angel. He is an angel. He's my angel. The bond between a mother and her child is the strongest and most beautiful bond I've ever come to know. Growing up, I always knew if I ever needed anything, a hug, someone to talk to, or just dinner to be made, my mom would always be the first person there. And it really makes me wonder sometimes how far someone will go to be The Good Mother by Elise Sharron. It's been 11 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days since I've held my son. That's one of the rules. Rules, forget the rules. I just want to hold my son. I begged them for one last hug. I've called his father and tried talking to him, but he declines my calls. It's like no one understands. Like I'm crazy or something. Don't look at me like that. Don't you sit in judgment of me. I've had enough of that over the past 11 months. When Jamie first learned to talk, he never slowed down. He talked all the time. His father and I could never get him to shut up. But I loved it. Just hearing his voice. His presence alone strengthened my soul. So on the day Jamie came home and sat at the kitchen counter and didn't say anything, and he wouldn't eat, I knew something was wrong. Jamie, please tell Mommy what's wrong. Please, if you tell Mommy what's wrong, I can help you. Nothing. For months, I got nothing. I made an appointment with his school counselor, professional counselor, the pastor of our church even. Not a word. Then one day I asked him, like I always asked him, Jamie, please tell Mommy what's wrong. Sweetheart, I'll do anything, but first you have to tell me what's wrong. And he started to cry. It was a silent cry with slow tears. At first he tried to hide them from me, but eventually he just looked and stared. And I knew that he could see that I felt every bit of pain that he was feeling. And he ran up and hugged me tighter than ever before. He said, Mom, I've done a bad thing, and I'm gonna get in trouble. Mr. Nathan and Miss Michelle next door, they play games with me sometimes. And that didn't make sense then. I mean, it did. Nathan and Michelle have been my neighbors since before Jamie was born. They're my emergency contacts at school. These are my friends. They were like my family. I will never forget the look on my son's face when I asked him what he meant by games. Jamie told me everything. He told me the details of a crime that a mother should never have to hear from her child. I felt like I was physically ill. I was watching myself from a distance. I didn't even feel my legs give away until I was already on the floor of the kitchen holding my son, who was now so broken that he could barely catch a breath. Those monsters took my child's innocence! And the only thing that I could do was breathe and remind myself that I was a good mother, that this was not my fault. But in that instant, that fleeting flash of an instant, I made a decision that would forever change both of our lives. There was no preparation, no thought. Oh, when you're watching TV and the criminal says, I just snapped, believe them, because that is exactly what happened to me. Jamie, you are a very strong boy, and Mommy is so proud of you. Now, I want you to go upstairs and play in your room, and tonight, you and I are going to stay up late, eat cookies, and watch your favorite movie. His face gleamed at the thought of the night with the Flintstones. While Jamie was safe in his room, I made cookies. And then I walked next door and knocked. And Nathan answered. How could you? He looked shocked, surprised, even asked me what I was talking about. Nathan, Jamie told me everything that you did. How could you touch my son? And then I saw it. I saw it in his eyes. His emotions gave everything away. In fact, he almost smiled. Like he'd gotten away with something. He's a child! I screamed when I stabbed him. And I stabbed him until my arm was so tired that I couldn't lift it anymore, and Nathan's body refused to twitch. And I sat next to Nathan's dead body for almost an hour until Michelle came home. And I just looked up at her. How could you, Michelle? And she didn't say anything. Instead, she just picked me up and led me into her office. And in the cabinet, there were tapes. Some labeled Jamie, and others. Oh my God, so many others. Michelle, Jamie told me that you filmed it, that you watched. How could you do that to me? You were supposed to be my friend, and you want to know what she had the nerve to do? No, not only cut me off, no. She told me that she had to do it. That she had to do it to save her marriage. And I stood there, drenched in her husband's blood, and all I felt was rage. It was not anger or hate, it was the purest form of blind rage. And I knew this to be true, because after I dragged her through the house and laid her to rest next to her husband, I didn't feel a thing. I went home, took a shower, sat on the couch with my son, watched the Flintstones, and ate cookies like I promised. A good mother never breaks a son to her promise. They told me that I needed work on being rehabilitated. Rehab is a joke. It's like trying to change a lion. It's not possible. You can't just take a lion out of the wild, put it in a zoo, and expect it to become a tamed house cat. No, see, it doesn't work like that. It just pisses them off. They want to be free just like I do. Nothing disappoints me more than to have people think that I'm living it up in here. Like this 8x8 cell is the life. Let me tell you, I can't open my door when I want. I can't watch the sun rise or set. I can't eat the food I want, and I have to ask permission to read a book or make a phone call. Every freedom you think I had was lost the moment I got here. So please, you can keep all the perks you think I have. Just give me my freedom so I can go find my son. I want him to know that every decision I ever made was to protect him, and that I love him. I miss him so much. My beautiful baby boy. I would do anything for him. And I did just that.